Today in this video I'm going to show you how to make a few of the beads that's described on your on the sheet, your instruction sheet that came with your materials. You have some tools like this. You have some toothpicks in there to make the holes at the end. I'll give each teacher an X-Acto knife, and that's good to use. And then you'll find other things like just a highlighter can be used, or a marker for different things. I'll show you that in a minute. First bead that I'm going to show you how to make is a marbled bead. Here's a couple examples of some different shaped ones, and I'll show you how to make those. Okay, you start off by just, as it says on the instruction sheet, making two snakes, for lack of a better term. And I have blue and white here. You just combine them. I will tell you that when working with this clay, if it's kind of brittle or tough when you start, your body heat will loosen it up and make it easier to work with. And so I just combined the two, twisted it together, rolled it together, and there you can, you kind of start to get some different patterns. If you twist it, it changes the look of it. So there are some different things that you can do. You can ball it up, roll it out again, and see what it looks like. Twist it. Okay, so you just kind of mess with it till it gives you a look that you want, and then cut it either with one of your tools or the X-Acto knife. And then shape it into whatever shape that you want, whether that's square or round or kind of a flattened tire shape. Okay, and so that kind of gives you an idea of how to make the marble. Whenever you get done with the bead, go ahead and poke a hole through the middle and turn it over, poke through the other way, and you get the toothpick through there. Go ahead and make it a little bit bigger than toothpick, so kind of do it like that. So see how it's a little bit bigger. Okay. So there's the marbled bead. The second bead that I'll show you is a spiral bead, and here's an example of one of those. Okay, and kind of gives you a neat look. It's pretty easy to make. You start off with that one. You take two colored pieces of clay, and you could do more if you wanted to, and you just smash them flat. Okay, and then you take and you roll it. Okay, like a cinnamon roll, I think is what we said on the instruction sheet. Okay, and see how that yellow was kind of brittle and it cracked, so I'm just going to kind of pinch that back together. Okay, and then when I get it rolled up like a cinnamon roll, then I'm going to start working it together like this. Okay, and that don't go too fast, kind of go slow, kind of pinch the ends, push the ends back in, flatten that, and so you just keep working with it until you get it pushed out into a size about like this. And then you're going to take the X-Acto knife, you're going to cut the ends off, because the spiral, you won't be able to see it really on the ends, and then when you cut it off, you can see there's your spiral. Okay, and then with your teacher using the X-Acto knife, I'm going to cut little slices of that, like that. Okay, now sometime in the process you need to get another color piece of clay, and for this one, like I used this just got a black piece of clay or scrap pieces or whatever, put it together, and that's going to be the inside of your bead. And then I'm just going to take these little pieces and push it onto the outside of that piece of clay, and I'm going to cover the whole thing with those. And then when I get done, roll it out like this, and you'll get this spiraled look. Here's one that used 3 different colors. Okay, and so that's how you make the spiral one. The last one is making one that's kind of polka dotted or tie-dyed, looking like this. Okay, and you're going to start with 2 or 3 or 4 different colors of clay, whatever you want to do. Roll it out into a snake about the same size. Okay, and then you're going to push them together like this. Okay, and then roll those together to just make one snake. And then so you'll end up with a piece that looks like this. Okay, if it spirals a little bit, that's okay. And then you're going to do the same thing that you did on the spiral one and cut off little slices. have the teacher, using the X-Acto knife, cut little slices of it like this. And also similar to the spiraled one, you're going to have a piece of clay underneath. So once again, I have this piece, and then I'm just going to take these little slices like I've started here and push it onto the outside all over. Okay, and then when you get done, push it together, use the toothpick, poke a hole through it, and you end up with something that looks like this. Okay, and when I get done, I just put the toothpick in there and move it around to make it a little bit bigger than the toothpick, and that's how you make the polka dotted bead or tie-dyed bead. Okay, just a couple suggestions for teachers. When you get your clay, when you get your block of clay like this, I would suggest go ahead and breaking it up like this, and then cutting those these little bricks into, I don't know, 3 or 4 pieces. And then when students can come up and just grab the colored clay that they want and get to work. These that I showed you today are just a starting point. I think what you'll find once you start to work with it, you'll be able to create different things, new things, better things. Just keep in mind that, whatever shape you make, it needs to be one that when we cook it, it will come out, it'll be durable, it'll be easy to work with. We don't want ones too big or too small, or ones with like little shapes or little parts sticking out, because those things can get broken. So have fun, and once again, thanks for participating in Beads of Courage, and we can't wait to see what you create.